Hi guys, this is Melissa Zad for Into Boxing, and I am absolutely delighted to be joined by the man himself, Mr. Frank Warren. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, Melissa. How are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you. All the best for being here. Really lively press conference on a really stacked undercard. Obviously, we've got Joyce and Christian Hammer headlining. Which fights, apart from the main event, are you most looking forward to seeing?
I've got to be honest, it's a toss-up out the two of them. I mean, Jason Cunningham and Zolani Teti is a cracker. You know, you've got both guys who've done it the hard way. You know, Teti's been on the road, two-time world champion, and had to go on the road for most of his career. I mean, he fought on our show quite a few years ago when he knocked out Paul Butler. And Jason's been the away guy. I mean, he's a true road warrior. And he's done it again. He's done it very much the hard way and got himself now into contention. So, you know, I think both of them, with the experience that they got between them, I think you're going to see something a little bit special. And the winner, I hope, we can get them into a position to fight for a world title.
It's really exciting, actually, because obviously Tete being a former two-time world champion, you know, it's quite a test. And you know, the whole undercard itself is a stacked one, and with the main event being Joyce and Christian Hammer, not obviously the fight that everyone wanted to see. Everyone was looking forward to the Joseph Parker fight. What are your comments on that?
Well, you know, we were in a position when we announced that these guys, that Parker and Joe, were getting it on at Tyson's fight across the road at Wembley. When was it, in April? And then we got told about 3-4 weeks later that he wouldn't be available for the second because his trainer Andy Lee's wife was having a baby, or they were having a baby, and hopefully that's all gone well for them. I don't know if they've had it yet. Good luck to them, and I hope that is good for them. And so we're in a position where Joe's been out of the ring for a long time and busted his come off for a broken wrist. That we want to keep him busy, get him out of a fight whilst we wait for Parker to be ready in September. And then the rest is all history. Parker's sodded everybody around, and we are where we are. But he's got a tough fight in there. I'm looking at Hammer. Hammer looks in really good nick. He's been training hard. They both got styles that will gel and I think make a good fight. And the fact that Joe, when he fights, it's all coming forward. He doggedly wears people down, and this guy doesn't like backing up. So I think you're going to get a little bit of I think you're going to see some fireworks whilst it lasts, and it is what it is. So we delivered for our man, and hopefully if Joe comes through, and we've all got our fingers crossed and everything else crossed that he does, we'll have him out again in September.
Do you think that with Joe's period of inactivity, I think it's been a year or so, that actually the Hammer fight is a good kind of segue to the Parker fight?
I do. Look, you're coming off the timeout and the injury. I mean, I don't care who you are. You broke a bone, and it's very important. Your hands, wrist. You've broken a bone in your wrist. You're worried about, and I've seen the X-rays of it. That'd be in the back of his mind. He'd be worried about that.
Lovely weather here in London.
Move in at the moment. Yeah. So it is for him. It's a risk. It's a risk, and he'll have that in the back of his mind. But he's a good pro. What everybody forgets about Joe, he's only had 13 pro fights, which is not a lot for a heavyweight.
And he's done so well in those 13. I mean, the fact that he's ranked as, number one for WBO and number
2 in the WBC.
That's right.
So he's there. And that's very unusual to see guys who've only had 13 fights to be in that position.
So, moving forward from kind of Joseph Parker, hopefully that will happen sometime in September. What's next for Joyce?
Well, he's got to get through Saturday. And if he does, we'll get him out again, as I say, in September. But Saturday is really what everybody's focused on. And I wanted to go out on Saturday, make a statement, and come through a really nice win that takes him up to 14-0 and excites the fans.
I mean, the heavyweight division is, obviously one to watch. Yourselves, you've got Tyson Fury, kind of, potentially facing the winner of the Usyk Joshua rematch. What's your predictions on that rematch?
I fancy Usyk. I hope Joshua wins it because I want to see getting all Brit title fights on together is brilliant. But I think that Usyk, I just feel that Usyk, I think he's got his number. I think Usyk boxed orders last time out. I don't think he went for a knockout. He wobbled him a few times. He certainly was gone in the last round. And I think this time round he'll think, you know what, I outboxed him on the inside and on the outside. I wobbled him a couple of times. I'll take it to him, and I think he'll stop him.
Do you think that Eddie Hearn is overestimating Joshua's capabilities against Usyk?
Well, he did the first time.
That answers my question. In terms of other heavyweights, what's next for Daniel Dubois?
Daniel will fight at the end of September, early October, and he'll defend his title. So we just want to keep them all busy, all these guys. They're all in good positions. It's very important, this fight on the 20th of August, because once that's done, it'll then be a big shakeout. And we're in good position, Queensbury. We represent Tyson and obviously Joe and Daniel, and they're two mandatory. So how it pans out, they've got to come to us.
In your favour, Frank, isn't it?
Yeah, just about. We worked hard though to make that happen.
Last couple of questions from me. What's the update on Beterbiev and Anthony Yard?
We're looking to do it in October. We're pretty close to getting the deal done, and I'm hoping he'll come over in the next few weeks.
Lovely. And finally from me, we've seen Tommy Fury has been denied access into the States. Do you have any further updates on that?
No, all they told him he's got to go to the embassy to sort out his ESTA. So, and make an appointment. So that's really what the position is at the moment. Other than that, we can't say anything.
Thank you so much for your time, Frank. I appreciate it.
Melissa. Thank you.